Hey, afternoon, folks. Welcome to our money match challenge here. We've got Michael Addicoat versus Mark Kidd. A race to 10 for £100. Oh, a good break from Massive there. It's obviously coming off the back of a really good win against Tony McCulley a couple of weeks ago. Mark's also been in form. He was on the stream last night against Neil Green in a individual membership SPA competition. He won 7-2, I think it was. That's a good match-up. They have played before. I think last time competitively they faced off would have been the Elgin singles second round, and Mark Kidd came out victor that night. So we'll be looking for a repeat. Michael's got one bad wall here on the side. You have to think a way around it. Not easy because he's not really got a good angle on that one he's facing to go into it. He's taking the bottom one first. Not ideal, but he has still got a pot to this one on the right. He'll be queuing over some balls though, so it's not going to be easy. It's not tight on the cushion though. Sometimes they're slightly harder to judge. And I think that side ball on the left hand side doubles, so I think he's just going to try and play it down. Yeah, it's not a bad effort from there. It's very difficult to end the rails on these tables. That's a good start from him. Mark's got a bit of work to do here. You're wondering if he would take this one up the top, but pot, it's just unlucky that he's put the yellow safe, but it would double past the black if he gets round to it. Yeah, so he's playing the plant, which will open this 3 up here. Not a straight double here. Should be able to make it. Oh no, he's just going to try and roll in. I don't know if he's covered that. He has. Yeah, so Michael's called it a total. I'll be coming across here probably behind the black, the side rail for the one over the left hand pocket. Yeah, oh, he couldn't be much closer to that. Couldn't be much closer to that. Let's give Mark a chance here, but still not easy. I mean, ideally, there's not really any advantage lifting the white. Clear the pocket while try and fire into the... That's a good shot. Very good shot. Now he can play this pocket pace. Doesn't have to do anything with the white. 100% on the pot here. No. Oh, did go. Could we finish there? First blood Mark. Shows you, I think a lot of people in that situation with the two shots would automatically picked up the white and taken it back to the D. But he had a good look at it and he thought about it and worked his way out. Yeah, afternoon gents, a few comments already. Got Russell, I see Massive taking this one maybe a bit too much, I'd say 10-5. I think Mark fancies this. Say Massive came off a big win against Tony, but Mark's playing well and this is one he's always kind of fancied. David Preston, this is a money match. Yes, this is a money match, mate. It's well, £50 each, so £100 pot. Alright, Gav, how's it going? Yeah, this should be a really good one. You've got Kiddo, have you? Yeah, they're both underrated players, but I mean Mark is quite a confidence player, so when he fancies a job, you know, he's very, very good potting. I'm actually trying to Joe stream today to Facebook Live on YouTube, but it might be a wee bit too much for our internet connection, so if you're seeing any lag on the YouTube, let me know guys and we'll call the Facebook Live. And we're just always trying new things here to improve it, and we get quite a few views through the Facebook Live, so we thought it was worth seeing if we could do both at the same time. Poor miss there from Massive. His pockets are not generous, so when you do catch a knuckle, they do tend to spit out. Not really left much. Marks of the Addicoat this long yellow. What kind of angles he got? Need to just watch he doesn't put himself into trouble here. Bottom yellow go. Hard to tell. If it's not touching, then it should go. Oh yeah, it went. She missed it the other side in the pocket, but he'll be happy with that. Right, we're back solely just on YouTube now. It's getting a bit jumpy there with the dual streaming. The internet just wasn't keeping up. It was worth a wee try. See, we got quite a lot of views through the Facebook, so just trying to increase the audience. Obviously the YouTube is our main platform for these matches. And a bit of a sticky frame, but goes a bit straight on this to get any action into the split them up. Might go a double though if he can hold the white. Yeah, he's trying to force through the angle there. He's covered the black at the top, so it's not an easy finish here. Mark can put this one at the top and kick across to move the black, but he's got no guarantees of where the white will end up to make an easy plus yellow pot. It's a good effort. You can drop this into the middle. Let me tell if the black goes. Would go off the red. Not easy. This type of shots you just kind of have to play it as soft as you can and just let the gravity take it towards into the pocket. A chance here for massive. He's not firing all cylinders yet. Very thin cut. Take it down the table maybe. Just to watch a white here. That was probably one of those for Mark. He should have just taken the pot, because this isn't an easy finish from wherever Massive ended up with these. And now he's in a little bit of trouble. I don't think he hit that, I'm not sure. No, he must have done. He must have hit it. That was going to be like Massive's in the first frame where it's a good shot though. Might be better potting this with a bit of top and just running through, because if he tries to screw this back, he's aware the ball does rattle in these pockets. Better just to play it through and just give himself a shot, yeah, from where he's kind of, that angle he's looking at. Thing with Massive's game, he never overcomplicates things. Keeps it very simple, so he's so successful. You let out a wee cackle there, so I don't know what Mark just said to him. Well, along the lines of you lucky so and so. I think he's got the total. There'll be an up and down, I suspect. He might go across. Is there enough room across? Let's have a little look. His head's in the way. blotch of white here. We're 1-1. You pot. Just while we're on this screen, let's just add our scoreboard in. So when we're this one, nice view of our streaming sponsor there, Owen Grant Automotives in Bucky. Line that up. Pretend that camera's straight on that table. Also have a look at Regan Campbell there in practicing. He's away to the Friday Flyer in Keith in the Grampian tonight. And he's been in since 10 AM this morning practicing. You know how seriously he takes these games. Ends up in a bit of no man's land there. Oh, we're happy that dropped. Bit happy that went in because of that tongue over the pocket. Made life very difficult for him. Take this one at the top. Let's have everything cut back on the yellow and the white's going round the houses. I should control it quite well. That's a good shot. Good shot. Mark's looking at this one over the middle because Massive Yellow does go. No, it doesn't, so he's looking at shifting it. Maybe it does just go. There's no advantage leaving it there. He's controlled that, nice. Still not easy getting up, down the table and up the table. Long red and long black if back down if this goes. So watch your white doesn't come across the table too much. Which it did, but never quite got the pot. Yeah, similar shot to Mark, missed in the last frame, but he's got the white a bit closer, so should be able to drop this in. Oh, this is a tester. Yeah, you can get much closer to it. And I always say these pockets down the rails are not generous. You have to hit them bang on. That's a good effort, but it wasn't quite there. Barring any mishaps, that'll be a massive 2-1 up. Yeah. Ah, Mr. Wood, how you doing? Oh, alright, alright.
So I had Keith like.
Are you in the flyer as well?
Well, the flyer tonight, first day, so see how I got on.
Supposed to be good. Who have you got in the first round?
Willie McIntosh or something.
Oh, very good game. He's a good player.
And then if I get through, there's a high chance I'm going to be playing Ray Stewart legs. And then Regan if I beat Ray, which probably isn't going to happen, but.
Well, Regan would have to get through 3 rounds as well.
Here's what tips I've got. I'm wanting to put it on my new queue rather than this queue. I was waiting until the season ends before I started using my new queue.
What have you got like?
I've now got a remap. I've got a new Woods queue and a new breaking queue. Woods queues in. I did say to him we could do some of these ends at once for the pod, but I don't know. I'm nearly doing 5 queues like.
No, but I mean, they usually sell them. They're clubs or these that sell them. I was looking for. Here's the problem. And there's nowhere.
New queues for where I'm in as well.
Aye.
It's cheap as that. See if I could pay for it on the queue. £141. I'll let it take a minute to show you that.
I'm like thinking about a new one.
Honestly, man, you see, it's that Woods queues and that's same as that queue I've got there.
Addicoat's got a loose queue and I know
I
how
like
it.
the one for you. Honestly, man, I've never played with it yet. I thought there's no point over emailing these flyers. I might as well just play. You know what I mean? I'm finished.
Oh no, it takes you a while to bed in. Even it's just mentally thinking with the thought how far of a screw this part, you know.
I can. Well, I went for, so that's I think that's a 9 mil it's on there, but it's an 8.5 million. I did want an 8, but I thought it's maybe a bit small, it's a bit too much of a jump. So, but I like playing with Grahams, you see. That's the thing. But then it's like, do I just like playing with Grahams because it's all like the odd time I get on them?
Yeah,
Or do I just using it all the
the
time?
problem is that when you're nae as confident, if you've not picked up machine in a couple of weeks and coming in,
But
8 mil is, it's frustrating, you know, that's what I've got, and it can be a confidence sucker going.
I've never played this one, that's why I've never even met him. Is that the boy who put 50 quid in there? Bet with Graham?
No.
No, it's not him,
No, that was Chris.
Right.
No, he beat Russell the other day.
What, did he?
Yeah, he's in that
Oh, the
league
league
thing.
thing,
Yeah, he beat Russell the other day.
Oh,
So
cheers for that.
well, you can beat him anyway, so. See you later. Oh, you got to love Massive. Every time he leaves Naha and misses a shot, he just lets out this little cackle. I don't know what Mark's saying under his breath. Well, it was a bit unlucky there. He clipped the ball slightly further down. He would have actually clipped the red as well and taken it out. So just really double to bring the spark into play, I think. No, he went for it. Quadruple, treble, quadruple. A good chance here for Massive. He can just work his way around these couple. He's only really got the one bad ball. If he gets the white up above the middle pocket. Tried to move his bad ball and that's going straight in the middle. Might rush a board to the head there. Try and knock that ball off. He probably didn't need to because he could have played up on top of it, rolled it down, and if it missed it, he was leaving Mark nothing. Mark needs a good angle here. Sure he wasn't hampered, so he'll put this and really screw into it to bring the white back down. Ah, he hasn't hit that straight. He would hit that with a bit of bottom left and just come down the left hand side of the block, but he's kind of jabbed at it. Very, very good potter, Mark, but his positional play needs a little bit of work still. We're all still learning this game. Now, if I was massive here, I'd be looking at an angle to try and get onto that side rail above the bottom, right hand side yellow, and make it an easy pot down the rail. He's decided to try and move it. I think he's going to get away with it. Yeah, both go, so he's fine. A little bit of a risky shot that, cannon and ball. The two of them could easily cover each other. That's a bit of an angle on the second one, just so we can map the table. He's trying to push it through. Yep, you pop the mark there, so we're all square again. Not much action on the other table. So enthralled with this one, both boys. Well, the bar doesn't open till 5, so I'll be waiting intently for that. Cleanest the breaks the massive there. Not really left a lot other than the top yellow, and then one into the middle. A bit farther than you would have liked there. You'd like to be able to drop this one in as well. Now this is the last easy ball before things get tricky. Let's see a place where you can leave this easily. You might just try and pull this one back. Next one, side, clip it. That's a good shot. just a really good shot, and that ball he's just clipped at the top. That now goes up the top as well. I thought this one could be tricky with this, because after he hits the yellow he's coming into the red, he can't avoid it, and that could just send the white flying a little bit. In fact, it did the opposite, it acted as a stopper on it. One cushion escape here. So Michael's got one bad ball on the right hand side. Potentially I'll probably take that down the rail, down to the bottom. Could be thinking about playing this one down, this left hand side, the left of the yellow down, and pushing the marked yellow safe. Nah, he's gone. Yeah, this is probably the way I would do it. Just play this one down. If it hangs over the pocket, all the better. Momentum, just for momentum to that in there. And this one below the block next, I'd suggest. Just drops this one in. He's just played the straight snooker. He could have probably dropped it towards the pocket and had the same sort of result, but a wee bit more risky. Again, mark with a one cushion. Yeah, get that down. Alright shot, but it's a bit risky at that pace. I thought he would have taken it a wee bit slower and just made sure of it, because he was always coming into yellow to free the red up. I'm just wondering if you can get the white back to almost where it is, the black may go. This angle, because it would be blocking the other angle. You pull it back a wee bit, that's a nice shot. Yep. Nice break there. A wee bit Unfortunate with the red coming close to the white, but I mean that's what you want. The balls are spread and the white's in the middle of the table. A choice of colours. He's got no man's land. Right.
Right.
You send it.
Just been keeping my eye on them and all.
We were keeping our eye on you for a wee while earlier, watching you practice.
No, dash, like.
And David
Yeah,
David Preston, you're playing tonight?
No, is he speaking in the chat?
No, well, he was just asking if it was a money match earlier. But
No, it's not the best of stuff either though.
no,
The ref struggled.
Massip's been poor, to be honest. He's missed a few.
Every time I've looked at it, he's missed a few shockers. But one he just left Mark topping at the top, but Mark must have took a good clearance there for 3-2.
No, really, again, Massive, he had a cut into the middle and he was going into Mark's ball. And he missed it by quite a bit. He didn't. Yeah. He's still got a smile on his face, Massive. That's the thing. Gav was on. Russell's on. Those are the only comments.
Usual clue.
Usual followers and fans.
Didn't it look like the Facebook was a wee bit jumpy when I went on to it, so
Yeah.
it settled for a bit.
I could see on here this was becoming, but we were maxing out the connections. It'd probably work with 30 frames per second. But also we've jumped up to 60 frames recently, so
Just a better quality.
better quality, but it's a lot more data. It's a lot more packets it's pushing through the connections. So it's worth a try. Mark's potting's really good. He just doesn't always get the reaction off the white.
The first frame makes what I was looking to do. He just kept pulling himself to trouble and Massive gave him 2 shots.
Yeah, the way Massive's playing, that'll work for Mark because he doesn't have to finish it every, one visit. He's getting a couple of chances.
Good pot here. So that top on its flute. Shot.
Yeah, I think he's alright. He won't be hampered by the yellow.
Must be disappointed.
Oh, he'll be. I say again, it's come from Massive went in off there, so it's a mistake. It's a 4-2. think I'd be tempted to try and cut this red that's closer to Mark's yellow and right in the centre of the table back into the middle. That'll kind of clear a path for the two that are together up the top. And make a kind of plant, is he? It's a great pot. A great pot, but he's not really come out of it in any better shape. You could put a white. I cut. Let's slide this one into the middle or play it up the top. I mean, I don't think he can clear this pocket, but I think he can take the pocket, so it'll be leaving Mark a chance. And Mark can play this one onto the top one. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I would probably take that one, Mark. Right, good luck on that one. I'll be following the scores. You get on. Woodsy's already eyeing up a
Tussle with Ray Stewart.
tussle with Ray Stewart, and then once he takes his scalp, he'll have you in the third round, he says.
I heard that. I said, my hard match gets Podesta first, and then I think he'd probably hit Neil Green after, which is easy, but.
Nah. Neil at snooker last night. The best clearances of the colours. The green, the brown, the blue, unbelievable pink, and then followed on the black. Give me the frame.
Aye, Alvin's. Commercial.
Right, good luck, mate. Oh, Michael. So, let's see what Mark will play here. I think I would just be playing the white off one of Massive's reds just to get position for it. Well, temptation will be to try and play this down. Hopefully hang it, so you can play the second time to get from position. Yeah, he's played to try and hang it. It's not ideal. Always difficult. Pool players are not really trained to not play for the pocket. Yeah, so he made it a lot more tricky than it had to be there. But we've all done it. Yeah, good solid queuing. And Mark Kidd, 5-2 up on a underwhelming performance from Mikey Addicoat just now. Apologies, breaking comms there. It's just dealing with bad matters. No, I missed that frame completely there, but my scoreboard marks picked up another one. It was 6-2 up in this race to 10. Just add that to the scoreboard, just people can see when we're not here. Yeah, Mark's fancied this match up for a while. Quite a few people would have had Michael as the favourite, especially after his performance against Tony. There's another good chance here for Mark. Drop this one in. He'll kind of go. I'm way bit short on that, but he's okay. I'll take the one in the middle again. Choice whether he runs that one in the middle through or not, whereas this one he's obviously coming down off the bottom cushion. He just drops this one into the middle. He's got the other one well past the red at the bottom. He doesn't have to play it as a plant. And just softly again. Shot. He's a wee bit shy on this, but it's down quite quickly. I think I would have taken a bit of time to look at the angle a bit more, but he's in between. He's too short or too long on it. He's going to try and cut it back. It's just going to send the white flying. Yeah, it's asking a bit too much. He's a bit close there, so okay, but he's shot. He's just a bit unlucky where he left the white again. This makes it a wee bit awkward queuing for putting side on the ball. Okay, he's got choice of either middle or this one next to the block at the top. He goes for this one. He's just to concentrate on the pot. He really needs it to go. I think again he was playing it with a wee bit of safety in mind. He wasn't confident of the pot, that's why he screwed back. If he was feeling confident, he would have pushed it through and just nudged the black on its way past. Left himself in the centre of the table, plenty of options. Mark obviously looking at a double here. I tell you, that's a great shot. A lot of people would have lashed at that, but he's played that really well controlled. He's got this up the top now. What happened there? It's a phone, or if it was TV came on and that wasn't a great effort. What's Michael got in the tank? This is how you'd retest her, because there's nothing too difficult here. It's just about moving the white. kind of scraped its feet there. I thought a confident Michael probably would have played that in with pace and brought the white back up, taking the black in the middle again. He wasn't capable of getting this on a normal day. Yeah, he's not known for playing these balls at pace like that. So 7-2. thin one there from Michael. I have to go cushion first with this one. Ah, that's a great effort. Absolutely fantastic. If that'll be the spark that kicks them back into life here. So 7-3. Mark's not on the hill yet. A dry break there. Mark straight in, looking at the reds here. One troublesome one on the right hand side. Unfortunate there. Shake of the head tells you the story. And take this one into the top. This is tricky. Even if he takes the pocket though, it'll be a good shot. Yeah. He was in a slightly more tricky place. Ah, he's kind of, I think he was wanting that to hang there because he's kind of just bottled himself into trouble. Well, if we can get this top, this yellow on the bottom right, just above the red, if he could have clipped that off the cushion and get it in behind the red. He's taking this one off the cushion, but he's not left it bad. Mark might want to play this red right up the rail and take that top pocket if it doesn't go. He's played it so wide, it might actually go off the... Oof. That stayed out. You usually see them stay out when they're coming in off clipping a ball. good pot. Again, I mean, it was one of those where over or in was where he wanted it. He doesn't have a huge amount of cue power, so if he's potting this and looking for an angle on the last one to and go up to the top, then he really needs as much of a natural angle as he can. Plays very precise, usually massive. He doesn't put a lot of side and spin and things like some players do. I mean, it might even be as well just to pot this and screw back into the centre of the table and taking that angle off the bottom and up the top. That's an interesting angle you take. Oh. Well, Mark's got 2 shots. We might need them to sort out this mess at the top. He'll be clipping his ball out, but I don't think he'll be putting anything safe, so once he takes this away, he has to go for the frame. Looking at putting him in behind. I mean, this is a wee bit risky. Time sell up. Yeah, to play that shot and he didn't put the white in a good place. You're forced to try and cut this now. Massive trying to put this right down the rail and do what Mark did to him earlier. He's done it and he's well judged the pace beautifully there. Yeah. Let's just knock this in. It's dead weight. White will come down to the bottom cushion and you'll be able to get that one into the middle. He's got a chance here. Came across slightly too much, but take it. You can drop this one in the middle. There's a chance he'll hook himself on that bottom ball. Won't be a difficult one to get out of. Let's look at himself, but I mean, it's not a difficult one. You should be able to hit this just one cushion. Cushion first, just softly. It should just sit on top of the red and give him this chance to put it in the middle. And he took a bit more cushion a lot higher up than I thought he would have done, but works out. Mark will probably be putting this one at the top and then trying to hide the white somewhere again. A bit more careful with this one, massive. Thank you. Just didn't get into that there. Very clean. Very clean. Choice of two here. Yep. Members in practicing on the other table. So Regan and that have headed off to Keith because they've got their monthly Friday for a lawyer tonight at the Grampian. Turnout, I think 32. So they've got 5 fantastic black ball tables up there in the hall, making full use of it. Alright, hobby. I've got my name in for the doubles on Wednesday. It's going to be an interesting thing. So we've got our Grassroots Wednesday flyer finished on the Wednesday just past. So there's a new event this Wednesday coming. We've got a blind draw doubles competition. So everyone puts their name in and their partners picked at random. Will be seeded, so there'll be 2 groups with the grassroots players matched with a more senior player. I wouldn't say better because I've seen some of the grassroots players over the last couple of weeks and I don't fancy my chances, so certainly don't going to call the other group as elite or anything, far from that, but we're hoping for 32 people entries, so we get 16 teams. So I think we've already got 20 odd. So that's £5 entry. It's not restricted to members either. Non-members can play. So it'll be good to get that filled up and see how it goes. Obviously, if the format doesn't work out, then we'll look at doing something else on the Wednesdays until the Elgin Pool League starts up in end of August, start of September. Depending when Regan Campbell gets his finger out. And I can say that now, it's no longer my responsibility. Woohoo! Usually this time of year, I'm already having sleepless nights over AGMs and things like that, so it'll be quite fine not to. I'll let him worry about all that. My shot there. A bit of an angle here, just to drop the light down towards the bottom. He gave it a go, he just never really got into it. And it'd been the story of his night. It's a bit lackluster. Yeah, I think that's the right way. I think it's easier. Not the table, but yeah. I think he went about that the wrong way there. He screwed off, and it was always going to be difficult to judge. Where he could have just potted that and had a more natural angle to pot ball off the cushion, and it's a lot easier to judge pace than if you're just screwing straight back. It does go. This is, you can get this first one. The second in will be a lot easier. Great pot. Same again, same pace. This will be a bit of a steal. Nope, never got across it. It was a wee bit of a stretch for him. better for Mark, just checking the angle. As all pro players know, when you hit something right off the cushion, you never know where it's going to spring. He's not left it easy either. Difficult one. He's playing a bit top on. It's as good as he would have expected off there, I hoped. Yeah. I say Mark will be cursing himself a wee bit, but he's played well so far, so no need to beat himself up over one mistake in a frame. Doesn't want to let Michael settle into it though, because as you get closer to that finish line, it does get a bit tricky if you start letting chances go by. Hoppy Flyers, yeah, it's a good question. We don't actually have a plan going forward for it. We're kind of just doing Wednesday to see if the format works and if everyone enjoys it. More to the point, it's going to be very difficult to carry on with the grassroots Flyers with just the two tables, because obviously we're limited to 16 and we're stopping people entering. Not everyone can make Sunday where it's an open Flyer, so the doubles came about. Graham's idea was the doubles would allow us the same format as the Flyer, but with 16 teams, so 32 people. But until we actually hold it, we don't know if it'll be successful, if people will like it, if it's so Wednesday will be the first one, and if it's a success and everyone agrees, then we'll make it a regular thing. Whether we do it 10 weeks, probably not, probably a bit much, maybe 3-4 weeks of it and then a kind of grand final, or we might, if it doesn't work out, we're not going to flog a dead horse. We'll go back to the Flyers, which everyone really enjoyed. We just try and have a wee think about how we could maybe tweak it a wee bit. We're going to have to watch ourselves as well, because we don't want to be clashing with any plans for the pool league to start up and teams coming in and practicing again. So we're going to have 4 teams out of here this year, which means just the 2 tables. We do get asked why we don't hold events on other nights, but it is a members club, so we don't want to have events and restrict members' usage of the tables too much. Obviously, if we can get more tables in, we wouldn't have that issue, but at the moment we're to use the facilities we have. We're always looking at different options though, yourself Hoppy, if you've any suggestions of formats we could try, I'm more than happy to listen and see what people can come up with. I do think the blind bit of the doubles will be, make it a bit more fun. I think if we just had you pick your own partner, it would be a bit samey. People in their little groups sticking together, where the good thing about the Flyers was people from all different teams entered it, and I think it was actually Jen said the other week that the league will be a bit more friendly when they go back, because they'll actually know each other. They'll be friends as well as rivals when they go back. exactly with that yellow going up the top, but still a chance here if he takes the one up and pot this cleanly. See, that's just the way his queuing's going. It's there's a better chance for him. I think red's on the cushions. He needs to be careful. He's playing the hook from it. It would be quite a good one if he could get the right round about the pocket. It's quite a good hook here because the up and down's not easy to judge. It's always a lot easier for these up and downs when you're close, when the ball's over the pocket, because you're kind of wider target to aim at, whereas when it's just on the cushion and you're coming down, there is quite a big margin to miss. Two shots here, he just needs to be. How dark should be? I think I would be tempted just to put the yellow off that cushion onto the side cushion, and then everything kind of just frees up there. He's looking at it. Again, it's a wee bit of a stretch for him maybe to come down bottom end. That's okay. Let's clear the pocket for the one closest to it. I think if he just maybe just held this pocket. I think taking on this cut's a bit risky, so if he's going for the pot, there's where he's I want to say it, he's maybe a wee bit short for leaning right up the table for this one. I mean, what he could do if he wanted to play on the safe side is he could just see something to stretch across. He could just backspin off the one below the white and just put the white back to around where it is. It's almost a shot to nothing down to the bottom corner. Just screw it back to where the white is and you'll be snooker and mark if he doesn't get it. This cut, just the red just above the black. It's risky. Window of middle pocket come into play, possibly, of this one. He doesn't hit it right. I mean, I'm confident Michael here would just get down and play it without even thinking about it. When you're 8-4 down and you haven't been firing all cylinders, these do get tricky and a lot goes through your mind about what happens if. think it's just covered it. Might be a wee bit of a swerve here. It's easier than the up and down. Okay. 9-4. Well, at the start of the day, Russell did predict 10-5. That was to Massive rather than Mark, and Gav didn't actually put a score, but he says I think Kiddo might take this one. It's an interesting one because I think a lot of people probably would have had Michael as favourite, but Mark has always said he fancied it. Be well worth running this one again when Michael's playing a little bit better though. I don't think he's showing his real self so far. Well, maybe he underestimated Mark. Maybe that's it. He's probably coming in after beating Tony in the fashion which he did. He's probably coming into this maybe thinking he can't really lose. I know if I ask him afterwards, he'll go, "Nah, I was just shite," and then start laughing. That's Mark's first really bad break. Been quite consistent off them so far tonight. a little bit short on that one, but I think I would just pop this and go into up towards the red. Maybe just kind of clear it all out. Yeah, just like that. That's a sign of a confident player. Yeah. Commentator's curse. I didn't actually say he was going to pot that, but saying he's playing confidently. A wee bit too far there, but the black's gone. As how close Mark was to potting that for the match. Right, another 50p on our table, I'll take that. Massive will be to reset himself now. He needs to pot this and probably just top into that 2 balls, split them up. Did he try and hang that there and just leave the snooker? Well, he's got a better one now. This isn't easy to get out of. Got one cushion and a bit of side probably. Right hand side. Oh, unlucky. You can probably argue that Moss have never put the black back on in the right place, but you would have thought he was finished when that left the queue there. Oh. Massive just apologising there to myself and anyone watching for the standard he's played at, but told him, don't worry, if he does go on to lose this match, what we've found in the past is when people play rubbish, there's plenty of players start queuing up to play them. Not always the case when you have a good come on the stream and have a good performance. There's not so many people queuing up to play money matches. Pool can be a very, very lonely place when you're not playing well and everything just, becomes a struggle. Even the simple things can be difficult. I mean, he's at the stage now where he's got nothing to lose. He can just go and play where his marks get a bit nervy getting over the line. Box is covering to the middle. To be honest, I thought he might have been tempted just to play the one at the top, just below the yellow and red that's covering, and just clear it, because Massive hasn't looked capable of taking these out. I think Mark's first instinct is always pot, and then to deal with it. Master's got the angle here for the double. It's worked out not bad for him though. He's still got control of that top pocket. He's done quite well to cover the one on the cushion, on the cushion, so Massive just play this one, off the top and behind, but not too hard so you disturb them. Yeah, it's a lovely shot. A lovely shot, we're really well judged, considering he hasn't been at his best. He's to be a wee bit careful because he played the last one so well. It's actually covering this one up the rail now. Okay, whatever he does, he doesn't want to free up Mark's red. Set in the way a bit, so let's move to the side. Not worst, he didn't release the red, which was the main worry. He's possibly a bit unlucky there because the yellow is covered the ones coming down the table here. I don't even think he's got. Oh, how's it going,
Not bad,
no bad, no bad. Oh, that's a great shot from Mark there. Worst thing for Massive is that red on the left does slip behind the two yellows into the pocket, so. You just in for your friends?
Yeah. I've been on Friday for a while, so I just give it a bash in it.
So yeah, my wife's working, so I'm not quite sure what time she finishes. So I'm just sitting until I get the call. It could be now. It could be 10 o'clock. I can't
My
really-
new golf club's turned up today, so I was like in between.
Oh,
do
right.
I go for a round?
Oh, what did you get?
I got the new the Cobra's Forge Tech
Alright.
1 links, so got to learn how to hit a pitching wedge that's the same length as a 7-iron. Bryson DeChambeau and I, but he wants to be me.
Right, yeah. You have to get them custom made, like. So I don't play enough to warrant a new set of clubs. I bought a putter, bought an Odyssey putter a couple of years ago, but
I got fitted for G425s, which are cavity backs.
yeah.
And they're good, but like my 5-iron goes the same height as what my lob wedge would, so it's not ideal when you're trying to play lossy.
Yeah, I'm actually playing golf. Got a charity thing on Sunday for Neil Payton's Coats and Clubs for MFR Clash for Kids, and it'll be the first time I think since February maybe I picked up the clubs. I'm hoping they're still in my shed. I haven't seen them in a while.
I know there's I think there's a Road to the Masters Texas Scramble at Spey Bay next month, so I'm probably just going to try and get a few lads together for that. Because if you win that, you go down to another compete down like around the Central Belt, and if you win that, you get an all expenses trip paid to the Masters next year. And you can't. There's no like handicap bandits either. So even if you were a group like 418 handicappers, your max handicap is you can get is like 8.6 or something.
Oh, that great finish with Michael. That'll do his confidence a bit. Mark was last frame, and the block over the pocket had actually fallen in, had to be replaced, and he was snookered at the top. He came off here, potted it, and followed the white in with it. He thought he was home and dry, and then obviously Michael won that one, and won this one. So from 10-4, 10-6, he'll be starting to get a bit.
Just needs to put it to bed.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Sometimes that final frame can be.
When you think you're there and you just foot off a gas, and then everything starts going against you.
Yeah, your opponent starts taking out worldies.
Everyone else in Keith tonight, though.
Regan and Woodsy were in, they're away up. And Tony's away up as well, I think. Don't know where everyone else is. We're recovering from Wednesday.
Oh, that's an awful.
He's lost. See, his first couple of breaks, he was splitting them well, and the white was ending up in the middle of the table. But the last one he had, he went in off in the top. He screwed it straight back into the top, and he's just nice striking the ball as well.
If you can get that first red up in the corner, then you've got a good chance of finishing them. Or is that bottom 2 reds plant in the corner?
It would.
Top yellow might be stopping it, but it looks close.
Yes, these are near the frames you want to be involved in when you're one frame away. You just want
You just want them there.
them open and one chance to take them out.
No, grab a juice, do you want?
No, I'm alright, cheers, buddy. A bit of a sticky frame this possibly. And historically this type of frame would suit massive more than Kiddo, but Fido's been playing a lot, and he's come on a lot in the last couple of months. Been playing these IM series matches and went up to Keith and the longer this goes, the more of those match points that Mark's missed will be playing on his mind. So can you see that one? I can't see that one at the middle, so the safety on the yellows again. Okay, and I think this will just be a clip white onto the bottom cushion. Yeah, nice. Mark might have this red in the middle to go at. The ball's potable, so Michael will try and step in and take these reds now. That's alright, the important thing was to get the colours. And play this one fully down and yeah, I mean that's much better strike. Just to be careful because he's running out of balls to think how he's going to get into that two that's tied up. Again, it's a good pot, but don't really want to play this one and leave that one into the middle. Yeah. 100% sure what you play here. It's going to be two shots. Yeah, I think he just ran out of ideas a little bit there. He didn't get the position he wanted to. No, it's adventurous from Mark. And now, so I put up or shut up. Nice pot. You missed them earlier. Take this into top white and run the white through a little bit. Taking it into the middle, you're kind of losing control of the white. one of those. It might work out if you cannon into the yellow and red above the middle, but you haven't really got that control. Better just the tables are quick here. He's changed his mind. He's going for the top ball. And a worldy shot here, I think. He's very close to getting that, and he would have been on the red down the table. Chance now for Mark over the hill. This is most difficult ball. A bit of an angle, so he's okay. Yeah, nice. Just be able to drop this in, run through for the black in the opposite pocket. Right hand bottom pocket for the match. Oh. Well, more than massive. You've got the ball almost completely in the top pocket. And try and get position. This could go anywhere. What a shot that is. You just got enough of the knuckle just to stop it spinning out. There's another chance that Mark's just had. You know, that hill's getting, finishing line's just getting a little higher. And you watches this back, Mark, he shouldn't be too upset about these chances he missed, because he's played well on the whole and he's got himself into position. The more he starts thinking about it, I mean, that's, if this was tennis, you'd say he's missed 4 match points so far. There's a chance to get that yellow in behind the red over the pocket. So you'd like to have been able to fire into this and fire across the pocket. There's never going to be the angle for that. And even then it's quite tricky with a yellow in between them. A solid pot there. Worth just playing this as a kind of double onto the side cushion and it kind of blocks. Similar to that, but if it was a wee bit harder it might have actually blocked any chance Mark would have of getting to it, but he's taken the second option where he's just played the snooker. Not quite in line, so having a look to see if it is a total or not. And a good hit. So, does Massive have the angle now to put this into the middle and slide the white down? Might actually be a bit thin. Putting it back on itself. Oh, brilliant. A bit unlucky he's now left an easier pot. Let's maybe playing the snooker here again on the white on the bottom cushion. We'll give a Mark a chance. Risky when you're one frame away from this to take it on. Ah, he's come up with an absolute peach there. Even if Mark just flips this, he'll be leaving Massive a chance. He's going to hit it hard. It's worked out quite well for him because he's got one of his balls safe. Massive's aware Mark's a very good potter, so he doesn't want to leave him a long shot, expecting that he'll get another chance. And that's why he's playing like this. So I got one up the cushion's probably the right way to go. You might clip in, clipping off the side of this and you put the white in behind the top yellow. I think he's got it. I think he's got it. That's brilliant. Has left a chance, but you always go into. The important thing wasn't to give the 2 shots away. A lovely strike there. In the middles at pace is always tricky. It's actually ran a little bit too far. You just have to put a bit of side on this just to ensure he doesn't go in the middle. And he's alright. One good positional shot here and we've got a match on again. Well recovered. Well recovered. Also, will probably feel, even if he loses this 10-8, he'll probably feel it's a bit of a victory, because he did play really poorly early doors. To still be in this, it's... There's Mark's kind of shaking his head. He's had his chances. He's missed 3 pots at the black, not easy ones. He's also gone in off on the black, coming out of a snooker. And he switched his break there. Back to a cut break. And he's been hitting them straight on. And worked early doors, but it failed him the last few, so he's switched it up. And it's a massive break, nothing's gone down. Massive will take the reds here. Not much between them, but the 2 tied up the top probably makes a wee bit of difference. Bit of a stretch for him, he's not the tallest. If you can find the gap up here, light up the table a little bit. Needed that a wee bit further up. He's still got options up the table. It's not as ideal as he would have liked. He's not in a bad position. Mark's got a bit of work to do. Mark will attack this. He won't be thinking about where he can get 2 shots from. He'll be thinking just clearing up the pots.
Shut this door, mate.
Yeah, perfect, thank you. Not bad, but again, if he does get the 2 shots from it, he's tied the balls up. He hasn't got the 2 shots from it, so he can spot himself into trouble there a bit. It's 2 plant on the way back, not quite. Mark will here and go at this double, but obviously it's ideal for him would be to hang it. If it drops, he's in a bit of trouble. He's going to play it a bit softer, knowing that. Massive would be ideal to take the pocket rather than pot this, and that way he can then clip the red out. That would be the ideal scenario, if you could just move them with the Faber's massive a bit more than Mark. All Mark can do is a contain and it's just pull his yellow off the cushion a little bit. We get away with that. Wee gap here. Pockets are tight, but they're not that tight. Oh yeah, looks in a bit there. It would have been devastating if he'd given away two there. Must have all go with this left hand side red. Awkward queuing over the pocket. And the other one he's hit. And chance for Mark now. Don't need to do too much with this, just top it through a little bit. Yeah, just have a look at how far we need to push the white forward. Simple enough pot. I don't know why he did that. It's obviously hard and Massive's come back at him, but I thought he would have just clipped that with a bit of top spin. What he tried to do is just the cue in action he had earlier is just not there at the moment. It wasn't the best from Massive either. Does he take the long pot on, or does he take the one over the pocket? I think with the yellow hard on the bottom cushion now, I think he'll be taking the long pot on. You'll get a better angle coming over the pocket. Not the best. Where's it going to finish? It's over the pocket. Bit unlucky. And see what he was trying to do was just put the yellow in amongst that and just knock the black safe or the red out of the way. This just comes down to a bit of bottle. A bit of technique here just to either top it through and send it down or back spin it. A bit of back right. He didn't put any side on it there to straighten up, he's just pulled it straight back. Now off the bottom cushion be some shot at this stage in the match. Yeah, this is brave. Yeah, that one over the pocket there, he needed to put a bit of right hand side as well as the back on it just to bring it offline. You just hit the centre of the ball, so a good chance here for Mark. Pulled it through nicely. I played to strengths there with leaving the pots rather than trying to pot it and screw off it. I think I would have tried to screw off that top one and play the yellow in the middle. It's not his strength. Got a massive pull off another wonder pot. He can't. He can't. Russell scales. If it's 9-9, can they do a 6 redder? Jesus. That's
I don't know why he left himself a difficult yellow.
what, down the cushion?
Yeah, he had the angle to get on it.
Aye, but he's. I was just saying there, I probably would have tried to screw off it, played it into the middle.
He couldn't screw it because the black was in the way, but he could have played it with stun and left hand side.
Well,
Just a wide guy.
You know what I mean?
But that was a shot.
They come down for it in the middle rather than. But I think he was he's missed a couple. And saying he's probably missed.
He just said
four
how he
marches.
was potting for fun earlier, and
He was, but Massive was missing earlier. And like stupid things. No, stupid. But so he was never finishing a frame in one visit. You always needed the two.
But in all fairness, Mark shouldn't have had another chance in that frame.
No, they're getting a bit. Like I say, Michael's Massive starting to pot a bit better now. He's had a couple of long ones. His confidence is up a bit, but so Mark's now 4 match points he's missed plus 2 yellows, last yellows with the black sitting.
But even that yellow into the corner, right? If you're gonna leave it long, but you don't play it that hard.
No, and to be honest, I thought Massive would take that black out if Mark was playing a shot. At the moment, I don't think he would have done. But here they've made a game of it. It was through earlier, and Massive said to me, "Oh, sorry, it's nightmare." And I says, "Oh, just head up." And he says, "Don't worry." He says, "People will be wanting to play after seeing this, And he was like, "Hey, it's not over yet." That was it, 8-5. Russell's just put, if it's 9-9, can they do a 6 redder? I'll suggest that to them. Not with my head bitten off. Yeah, so you take this one up the top. That'll be 2 shots then.
You don't need to take that one.
Yeah, I'll be getting rid of that one next to the
You can develop both of your problem balls there.
100%.
Not like that though.
No, that's just a lack of confidence there, isn't he? He was making sure he wasn't. He's too scared to open them up, basically, I think. That was the issue.
This is where he's going to put himself into trouble.
Yeah, same as the last frame. He's a fantastic potter, but like I say, he needs to be able to play a game before he's actually, no other choice but to play it. Marcy's been playing First Division pool for a long time, so.
I don't think that was a good shot. I think that middle red goes.
That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes. Need to put the camera, so I really want a camera. It goes by miles, yeah. Really want the camera up.
Just play a bit of top little flick into the other one.
Sorry that he just didn't follow through. If that was a golf shot, it was more a.
I might be able to force the angle to flick it on the way back up here. There we go.
Is there enough space between that to play it in the middle? And easy then. You can't play it.
The thing is, where's he getting the position on that top right?
He's not.
So that's the one thing.
I would maybe clip off the side of it and put the white up the top.
What angles he got on this one in the corner? He's playing the wrong one there.
He just needs to be careful he doesn't come too high, because it's easy to put the white up, in line with the black off it.
Well, he just needs to trickle it in.
Yeah.
And anything but straight.
The thing is, even if it doesn't go.
No. It's alright.
It's alright.
What's your moaning for?
It's okay, right.
That red only doubles now.
You could put the white up.
He just needs to
top cushion and let Mark try and pot the one over the pocket dead weight to hold it,
Or he could drop this one in the middle, just a touch of top, leave himself the angle, one in the corner, and go for it.
I think that's what he's kind of looking at, trying to get in behind the top one, with this one in the middle. Yeah, I thought it was a bit tighter than what.
But he didn't need to play it that hard.
No, well, I mean, he was aiming to have the white sat on the top cushion there, so he's played it too hard, but.
Anything but straight.
He's got a wee bit of an angle. He tried to force the angle there, so he went into them, but not. Indeed.
So, honest, he's got a shot in the corner. He's just got to play it dead weight.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the watch he doesn't.
Makes that top red difficult for him.
It's the watch he doesn't pot the white here by putting side on it.
Doesn't need any side.
No.
That's a shot. It's a good shot.
Oof. Tell you, I thought I was dropping.
That's the shot, because that's made that.
Yeah.
Can you that machine off?
Yeah, please.
Need to be another worldie here. A bit of top and the white off the left hand side cushioning up. Yeah, he's going for it. I don't think he could see us, a reasonable snooker.
The only snooker this one is trying to play behind black.
Yeah.
But just remembering to hit it hard enough, but not too hard.
He's queuing like he's going to hit it hard. Say not drifted off there, I think.
Well, it will when you play that
I
scramble.
know.
The table's got a nap, so it's always going against the nap. So it is going to pull to the right. It'd be a problem if it pulled to the left.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, that's poor.
Just say, you know, you didn't really at this stage have confidence Mark was going to take that out.
But doesn't need to hit it that hard either. He tried to screw it back.
Yeah.
It was over the pocket. Just play it thin.
So I mean, in practice, he could do these 10 times out of 10, but he's
No,
dropped the
no.
white. He can't even hold the white in his hand.
The balls that dropped.
No, this isn't really about pool now, it's just about nerve.
It's just a couple of stun shots.
Yeah, like I say, you wouldn't even think if it was a practice match you'd be doing these for fun, but all of a sudden it gets a bit.
What's he thinking of? Yeah.
Alright, so you have to use a natural angle off a bit of left hand side maybe. Or right hand side that one. Slow, 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 slow.
Why so hard?
He's trying to make it easy and get closer to it, and that's the nerves is kind of coming in. Yeah, he needs to make sure he hits a cushion here.
Should be a relatively easy snooker.
Yeah. He's now hit the cushion.
Right, Mark. Play the red. Just pick a corner and play it with a touch of top.
Really?
Just don't play for it in the same corner because that's when you miss it.
I mean, you could even just take
No.
it to the side and play it
Yeah.
towards the middle, you know, just
Yeah.
off the side of
Either
it.
way, but if you're going to play it in the corner, you play the follow through shot. Because there's nothing
Yeah.
worse than
You take it
going
in the
to play-
opposite.
Aye.
As long as you don't hit it too hard and it rattles and one goes right across the cushion.
If you're playing it that hard, you deserve to lose.
Yeah. Very true.
I mean,
Aye.
he doesn't even need to go for a pot. Yeah, you can just
Yeah, you could just play it
he
almost
could
off
play
straight.
the red off the bottom cushion, put
Mm.
it back up the top of the table.
That's what
That's
he's
right.
done.
There we go. Perfect. Wait for that red to stop.
Massive laughing in the background.
There we go.
There we go. Well, folks, hope you enjoyed that. It was a up and down kind of battle there. Mark taking a 8-4 lead. Massive coming back to 9-9, and then just missing that chance there. Mark did well to reset himself with a 2 on the black. So I think our next, don't think we've got any other money matches lined up this week so far. So obviously we're on Friday, so nothing on Saturday. So on Sunday, sorry, too excited after that one. So Sunday we have our Sunday Flyer, and then next week we'll have our poolathon on the Friday and Saturday. All the details are on our Facebook page. Our 24-hour poolathon for Mikey's line, and then the following Sunday we'll have our grand final from our Sunday Flyers. So plenty of action between then and now as well, with challenge matches and that through the week. So I hope you enjoyed the match, and if you haven't already liked and subscribed to the page, for notifications when we go live, please do.